Okay, once you converted all the clips, go to the inside folder, offline. There's a date, one date. I currently, for temporary purpose, we converted one day. If you go to day folder, there's an R3D. If you go to the red, clips look like this after converting. I kept MP4 files. So in this case, when you are converted MOV, you will see the extension MOV. These are some sample clips I kept inside for educational purpose. I didn't converted any of the clips. If you converted the clips, the clips look like .mov. So what I'm gonna do is go back, one step back. You just copy the offline folder from here. I'm just gonna open my hard drive. If you go to the movies folder, here I kept my production 1 all the data. If you go to inside, you're just gonna place offline 1 version for safety purpose. We don't need to waste next another 1 day for conversion if goes anything wrong. So for safety purpose, I'm gonna kept all the offline clips in another here. So now everything raw clips are safe inside, and then offline clips also one version we have. I'm just gonna close this one. We don't need right now. I have already 1 version here. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm going to directly jump into the editing software, and then I will show you how to import all the things and how to organize properly scene wise, and how to do all editings and all the steps I'm gonna show you right now. So I'm gonna create one project name. If you go to inside here, I'm just click one more folder, the folder name called projects. This is a project's name, and another one more folder, exports. So in the project name, whatever you have projects, Premiere Pro projects or any other editing project files, it will go to inside of these project files. In the offline, we have already our offline data. Raw, we have raw data. This offline is converted clips. If you go to the export folder, so that is when you've done all the things, editing and all the things. Once you want to export any of the format, something like MP4, MOV, for dubbing or something like that, all clips go to export folder. I'm gonna create one more folder. It's called assets. In the assets folder, if you have any graphic titles, that means if you saw in the movie beginning, there is a certificate, sensor certificate, that will go to the assets. Because that's assets, it will go to the asset folder. And then if you have any beginning movie titles, it will go to the assets folder, and titles, names, actor names, or end credits, all the things, it will go to the assets folder. And then if you come back, there's one more folder, audio. Once you've done all the editing, we will send back to the dubbing stage. In the dubbing stage, we will get dubbing audio from them, all the layers with the via scene wise. If you got that one, you need to go to the audio folder, and then we need to copy all the data into audio folder. And then I'm gonna create one more folder, music. So this is the music. So once we got background score or any mastering musics from the music director, all the music data will go to the music folder. And I'm gonna create one more, DVD. So this is for final. This is a DVD. DVD means once we done all the things, all the editings, for say we need to export, we need to burn DVD or Blu-ray. I'm gonna create one more folder, Blu-ray. So this is the final output. This Blu-ray is the final output, and then I'm gonna create one more folder, so these are the main folders inside. If you go to the export folder, I'm gonna create one more, QT. QT means quick time. Once we done all the editing, all the musics and all the things, we're gonna export one more QT format. I call it a quick time MOV. So that will go to the Qt folder. And then if you have any mp4 or DV, so DV for dubbing, we are sending to the dubbing, our mixing, our mastering. For we are using DV format. Qt format we are using for reviewing purpose, our showing to the director, or giving to the director. If you ask director or producer, I need one version, we are giving this one. And this is a DVD for we are giving to the sensor or anything else. If you have that one, it will go to the inside DVD folder. So this is the folder structure. You can see properly. This is of assets, audio, Blu-ray, DVD, exports, music, offline, projects, and the raw. This is the main folder structure. Okay, once you created all the folder structure, we need to name as our movie name. If you come back, we have all the names here. If you come back here, just name as production number 1. Production number 1. So this is our movie name. I'm gonna go open my Premiere Pro right now, and then let's import our data, and then let's start editing. Okay, let's go to my Windows bar. I'm gonna use, in this case you can use any of the Premiere Pro version. 2020, now 2020 is available. If you have very good configuration, you can use 2020. If you have little low configuration, you need to use a bit lower version of Premiere Pro. So last time I did on video how we can edit our videos with a 4 GB RAM laptop. So I explained all the things, how the softwares and hardwares works. So for that reason I'm using lower version, 2017 version. It doesn't matter which version you are using. So I'm just gonna open that. This is a Premiere Pro 2017 version. In this case, if you have SSD, so that will lot more faster. It will load lot faster because I have SSD right now. That's the reason it's loaded very fast. If you have HDD, might be the results will be very slow. Once you open your Premiere Pro, it's look like this. So previously I edited some of the video. There's a projects here located here in this area. So in this case I need to create a new project file. I'm gonna go to press new project. Here the name, project name, our project name is, or else rename as your movie name. I'm gonna name as production number 1, V001. Make sure you're using underscores as well. This is a main industrial naming convention. So version 1, if you have any other version or you edited second time, you can name as version 2, like that. I'm gonna go to browse. This is a destination folder where we want to save the project file. I'm gonna go to my production number 1. This is a production number 1 project. I'm gonna go to click on projects. Here click on projects and just press select folder, and then here leave all these things. Render, Mercury playback, engine, GPU engine, keep it as it is, and then time code, keep it as it is, nothing else. Just press OK. Okay, once you create a new project, the software is look like this. So I'm gonna explain how the software is organized. So here you can see the project. So if you come to here, this is my workflow. In this case, that will be here sometimes. It's something like this. When you open the fresh project, it's look like this. If you go to here, you can change the panels and all the things. I'm just gonna show you. This is just, it will change the placements of this project and all the things. So I organized as like which is have comfortable with that one. So wherever you find it, the project like this, the name of projects. This is our production number 1 project. So this is the place our all data is located. So I'm just gonna extend here. If you come to this line, I just extend this. Or else if you press tilt button, it located underneath of escape button. So it will extend our tab. This is a project tab. I'm just gonna press again some same tilt button. It will bring back to the normal, large, enlarge, normal. So I'm gonna enlarge this one, or else you can keep it like as it is. So if you come to here, this is the folder new bin. New bin means it's as like we are creating a folder in our computer, same like this. So and this is a new item. I'm going to show you what is the new item is in a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create one folder. So here I created one bin, that is a folder. That means I will call footage. So footage. So this is very important. When we are creating new project, we need to organize everything properly. After that, we don't need to confuse anything, because this is a very huge process. So we are importing not 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 or 20 or 30 clips. We are importing 40, 50 days of footages. That means it's thousands of clips. Once we imported that one, we don't want to search all the things. It's taking a lot of time and then it's wasting all the time. So once we organize everything properly, in the next process when we start editing, that will be easier to navigate all the footage, and then we just grab that into our timeline and then we just quickly edit that one. So I'm gonna create one more folder. So that means that the name is timeline. So this is the timeline. I'm gonna show you what the timeline is in a bit. So after that, I'm gonna create one more folder, audio, another folder, music. So for temporarily I created these folders, and one more thing, I'm gonna create one GFX. That means graphics. So graphic cards. That means if you saw the trailers or any of the graphic card, that means if you saw in the beginning, in the movie beginning, we have sensor certificate. That means that's a graphic card, and director name in the card, any of the card, that is a graphic card. All the things go to the GFX. This is some basics. I'm going to show you what is the graphic cards and all the things in the later videos. Footage here. If you double click, it will take you to the one more enlarged window. That means this is a footage folder. So now we need to import our offline data into Premiere Pro. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to right click and then import. If you come back, there is a offline. We need offline clips. So we'll just select the folder and then import folder. The folder as currently has been importing. Okay, the data has been imported here. So if you saw here, footage has been confirming. So there are several ways to import our clips. We can right click and then import. We can just select our folder, import folder, whatever folder we have. And then another way to import our clips, if you go to the file, import, the same way. You can import from here also, same process. And another process is, if you go to here in the folder, our production folder, go to the offline and the date, you just select and then drag and drop our data into our footage folder. So that will take one copy version of that one. So I already imported that one, so I'm not gonna import it again. So I'm just gonna drop that there itself. So once we got this one, we got red footage, red folder. So if you have any other, that will show in here. So these are the clips we have. So I'm gonna close this one. So now we need to set up our project timeline. So what are the frame rate and all the things? If you go to select the timeline, here is select, click on the sequence, and now we using a red clip. So find out here, you can find the red R3D. We currently working on 1080p. So if you go to the 1080, 16:9, 24 fps. Make sure 24 fps is the standard format in film industry. Whatever you have, if you have in commercial or something like that, there is a 23 point blah blah or 29 something else. But in movies, 24 is the fixed. I'm gonna select 24 1080p. Don't worry about 4K or 8K. We are just editing with the proxy now. After we done all the editings and all the things, we are linking proxy into original clips that will become 8K or whatever we have. That is the next process. So this is for now. I'm going to select 1080p, press OK. Do not confuse it with anything. You just go and edit with a 1080p. This is for only editing purpose, offline editing. Okay, once we got the sequence, we'll get the timeline. You can see here we got the timeline as well. And then we need to rename this one. Just right click and then go to rename. So in this case, this is our red footage. Our date, we need to mention 2020 0101. So this is our timeline. So if you go to the timeline, create one more folder, R3D. Drop this timeline inside R3D here. So in this case, I created R3D folder because here we can't create one more bin because of sequence. So I created R3D. In the R3D folder, this is a file sequence. So this is the date. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click on that. If you don't have this, it's already opened our timeline. If you go to the R3D, open, or else you just select R3D full folder and then just drag and drop into our timeline in the beginning. Keep it, that's it. So once you're done, select all the clips. If you have varied formats, 1080 or 720, something like that, in that case you need to do this process. If you have every clips 1080p, then you don't need to do anything. I'm gonna select all the things, Control A, and then right click and then scale to frame size. So now become everything is same size.